Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Married at First Sight, Season 17, Episode 12. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload the video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. 27 days until decision day. Claire and Cameron. So Claire is waking up after her and Cam called it quits. We see Becca and Austin blowing their morning breath all in our faces. Would y'all please back and give us just a little bit of space, okay? Social distance from us, please. Oh, Lord. Because I was like, ooh, I can smell Austin breath through the TV, child. Emily and Brennan. So Emily is telling us that Brennan texted her and told her that he was upset that she was acting crazy. How was she acting crazy? It's very typical. Narcissistic men will tell you in a minute when they've wronged you in some way that you are now the crazy one. So I find this only typical for Brennan to say that Emily was acting crazy when really she was using great restraint. Because, baby, you wouldn't want to see somebody like me. If you think that was crazy, honey, you would have me in a straitjacket because I would have faded the whole screen to black. She was really being very nice. And I mean, really cutting you some slack. But, okay. So she's upset and she says, that he doesn't want to hear her or fully understand her. So she can't be in love with someone like that because she deserves more than that. And she does not like the way that he makes her feel. Emily, I hear you. But at the same time, you always backpedal and say, but I'm not giving up. But I'm not giving up. It's not accepting defeat. Okay? This isn't defeat. I want you to understand that. This is you walking away from something that doesn't serve you. And that is okay. Girl, it is time to pack it up. Becca and Austin. So she takes him to her photo studio so he can shoot for, his friends. She set him up with his friends to come in with their child and take a few pictures. I can tell that Becca really loves her work. This is something she is passionate about. Okay, it's giving very much Gina and that Vidal Sassoon salon she had last season. That's what it's giving. They had, Austin's friends and their children come in, and Austin was just basically saying that Becca is so good with kids and that's really important to him. And it showed how good of a parent she would be. So they have to hash out the religion aspect of it because they really do want to start a family. Have y'all even touched each other? Start a family by doing what? Okay, it's not like the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts where you rub two sticks together and a fire starts. You got to get down with it, honey. You got to do the horizontal polka. So what exactly have you done in order to start a family? And y'all really do not need to be talking about having no kids because y'all have other fish to fry. And speaking of fish, we're going to be talking about that a little bit later. I really have to say Becca is really great with the kiddos. It's a special talent. And it's probably something she's picked up along the way because when you're working with kids, you have to get them to sit a certain way or smile for the camera. You have to actually be good with kids because if you're a jerk, the kids are not going to cooperate. Over on the other side, Dr. Pia calls Claire to check on her. And so she tells Dr. Pia that Cameron is having health issues. So she just wants to focus on that. Girl, don't call me talking about no relationship and how I'm going to fix it and have me do no exercises because Cameron doesn't feel well. Dr. Pia wanted to respect that. But she did ask Claire, how can she support her while she's supporting Cam? So Claire starts to cry and says she feels guilty and that she's blaming herself for the stress of their relationship and it may have caused some of his health problems. And I really did feel bad for Claire, y'all. I know y'all think Claire is blowing smoke up our butts, but I really did feel bad for her because I think she's blaming herself. But Cameron's health issues are not your fault. And I hope that he isn't guilting her or manipulating her into thinking that it is. This did not just pop up out of nowhere. So don't blame yourself for that. So Claire is saying, she feels so bad because she has family and friends and he doesn't. So then Dr. Pia tells her, well, maybe you can extend your friends and family to Cameron to kind of help him through this time. And me personally, okay, because I know how y'all like to tussle, I feel like that was a real moment. I really do. I feel like that was a real moment with Claire. And I can tell that it's really weighing heavily on her, especially since it just coincidentally coincided with them separating. So there's that. 26 days until decision day. So, baby, we see Cameron. And he's doing like a little confessional cam with his personal phone or camera or whatever it is. We see Cameron. He's telling us that he developed a heart condition and he's going to be needing surgery, which I am very sorry to hear because a heart problem is nothing to play with. He's saying that he's going to need surgery, and he did say that his problems with Claire, did they contribute? Maybe it accelerated a bit. You know what, Cam? That is very unfair of you to say that. You're being manipulative. You are. You getting married at first sight to Claire and separating did not cause your heart issue, and it did not accelerate it. Now, maybe maybe you weren't listening to your body, or something happened that caused you to go in to have, yourself checked out, but don't blame that on you being separated from Claire. She's already feeling guilty about it, and then you gonna say this is crazy. Like, you just now today developed a heart issue after being married at first sight. Say goodbye and good night. Moving forward. In the next scene, Emily and her friend comes over so Emily can vent. They're sitting down, they're talking about Brennan being a jerk. You're a jerk, I know. You're a jerk, I know. So they're talking about him being a jerk. So she's telling her friend that she doesn't deserve the treatment that Brennan is giving her, and his lack of effort is just getting on her nerves. So then she reveals that he says that he needs some space. So the friend is looking like, say what now? So we see a little flashback, and we see that Brennan has somehow turned it around to him being upset. He's like, yeah, I've had it up to here. I'm just so upset. And, I just want to be friends because I can no longer be married. I just can't suffer through it any longer. I just can't do it. We need to step back and just be friends. Emily is still oblivious, saying, I don't believe him. I don't believe him when he says that. He just doesn't know how to express himself. He doesn't know. He likes me, especially in the beginning. It's not real. Emily, you're about to piss me off, honey. Don't make me mad. The man doesn't like you in that way. He does not. He doesn't like you in any way. Really, if we really want to be honest, what he's telling you is exactly how he feels. How much plainer can he state it? Okay, he literally just said that he cannot stomach being married to you anymore, and he just wants to be friends. But you say he's just a friend, honey. He's saying he wants to be only friends. That's it. That's all. Nothing else. Her friend is like, so why are you still hanging on to this? Friend, you're being too nice. She needs you to rip the Band-Aid off because she's not understanding. Sometimes you have to be blunt with a person like Emily who's trying to make fetch happen. Speaking of fetch, shout out to the new Mean Girls movie, honey, not sponsored. But you just have to rip the Band-Aid off and tell her, girl, he's just not that into you. Don't stick around where you are not wanted. Go where you are celebrated, not tolerated. As much as this sounds cliche, it's the real. And he doesn't like you. Because if you went from, I'm going, to get mad on the honeymoon, and then we get back to the shared apartments, I don't want to move in. Pastor Calvin convinces him to move. Okay, let's start over. You know what? Let's hug. Bring it in. Sits in front of Dr. Pia. Yeah, I will handle things with my wife, not you. We go 2 steps back. We're at the dinner. He's wearing his hoodie. He does not want to be bothered. You're sitting there upset. And now he's telling you that he's mad and he wants to be only friends. Emily, what aren't you getting? This is just crazy. In the next scene, Dr. Pepper tells us that they have scoured the earth, okay, and wrecked their brains. But they realized that the woman for Micheal was right in front of them. It's a woman named Chloe. Now, just looking at Chloe's decor and her saying that she's a minimalist, I cannot imagine that she is going to like Micheal and all his extra zhuzh. That's not going to work for Chloe. Okay, she looks like all of her clothes face the same way in the closet, and they're all color coordinated, and her shoes are just ever so, and don't put nothing down there. Y'all remember how Stasha was, and she didn't want you to walk on her carpet, even with your bare feet, because the sweat from your foot could cause something to happen to the carpet? Chloe seems like that. Michael's never going to work. Okay, never. But Dr. Pia was like, she's just desperate for love. She deserves it. She's desperate for it. And the whole time I was just thinking, why in the world are you describing this woman as desperate for love? That ain't cute. So we see Chloe. Hey, girl. And she's telling her friends about her being married at first sight. This season is put together with Elmer's glue. Okay, this season has to be sponsored by Elmer's glue. Because, baby, it is a mess hanging on by a damn thread. It just don't make no sense. What are we even doing right now? So now we're about to insert another couple when the 3 that we got falling apart. Is it the 4 that we got? How many do we got? I mean, baby, they drop it like flies. Orion and Lauren, done. Claire and Cameron, donezo. Emily and Brennan, they're done. Except Emily is in denial. Okay, denial is a river in Egypt. Then we have Becca and Austin. They're done. They don't know they're done, but they are. Now we're going to insert Michael, his crown, and Chloe. Okay, girl. So Dr. Pepper arrives to the restaurant and tells Chloe that she's in the running to have her love life ruined, because that's what they like to do. That's what they like to do. So we see a package with Chloe. She loves animals. She's adopted tons of them. She has recovered from trying to be perfect. And as she was describing who she was, I was just thinking, girl, are you a Virgo? Because, baby, one thing about us and two things for sure, we are perfectionists. And if it ain't right, we are not going to do it. And we are not going to put out something less than. Let me tell y'all what I did the other day. Well, a few weeks ago, I accidentally put out an unedited review. When I tell y'all I wanted to peel my skin off, because I like to put out things that are ready to be put out. And didn't nobody tell me. Everybody was in the comment section just commenting like normal until a few people started being shady and saying, oh, you just didn't care this review. Oh, you must have been sleepy. Oh, you put this and it had bloopers in it. Instead of just saying, Micheal, are you sure this is your review? Because y'all know when I put out something, it's going to be good. I'm going to give it my all, even though I don't like the show. I.e., it's all or nothing. That is perfect for me, because when it comes to these reviews, it's all or nothing. Because y'all know I can't stand Married at First Sight any longer. Okay, I'm just saying. So I said all that to say that I think she may be a Virgo. Now, that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. But I don't know why they won't just match Michael with Lauren. She ain't doing nothing. Like, match him with Lauren. Y'all getting on my nerves. So she was saying that, you know, she's trying to find the fun in everything because she used to be such a stickler. She wants to find the fun in everything, no matter how dull it is. Well, Chloe, you're in luck, because Michael is far from dull. So you ain't got to look no further. Moving forward. So Dr. Pepper asked her what made her choose this journey, and she basically said that she had exhausted all other options. So her friends give her some advice on how to make her marriage work. And Chloe was like, well, you know what? I'm used to being in control, so I'm just trying to relax more and be more optimistic. So then Dr. Pepper tells her that she believes the man that she's marrying is committed to the process. I mean, well, there's that. He giving y'all a second chance. But then Dr. Pepper turns around and tells us, the viewing audience, she kept this being his second chance a secret because it may hinder their chances. Now, Dr. Pepper, you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you ain't fooling me. Okay? You are holding it back for fear of these follow-up questions that are sure to come. And you're not fooling me. You know good and dang on well she gonna be wondering, what's wrong with him? Why did he have to come to me second? Why didn't you guys choose me first? Who is this man? And then she's gonna go in having a preconceived notion about what is going on with them. But you are doing that for you, not her. She should have been made aware that this is his second go round. Like, I didn't like that. Y'all tell me if it's just me. Chloe about to pick Michael and his crown apart as soon as she sees him. I could just feel it. And when she finds out his road to marriage with her, oh, baby, it's going to be a fool. Moving forward. Becca and Austin. So they've gotten a goldfish to see how they can take care of a kid. Baby, that is far from the same. Couldn't be any more different. Y'all should have got a baby like Lindy and Micheal. Okay, that's when their marriage started falling apart. That's when we knew that she was lazy Lindy. We should baby, this ain't gonna work. These two Finding Nemo just tells me that there is zero content for this season. Okay, zero. In the next scene, Claire is meeting with her cousin Kobe, and she's telling her, you know, that her and Cameron are separated, and she just feels like it's so strange not having him around 24 hours a day. It just feels so empty when he's not around, and she's feeling sad. So her cousin asked her, well, how has it been for you? Didn't she just tell you? Or am I lost? She said, well, it's good and bad because, you know, it's giving me time to reflect, but also I'm sad that it's over. Then she says it was too immediate for her. Was it really, Claire? Because when y'all sat at that dinner, on the count of 3, the two of you both decided that you wanted to be separated. When you went back to the shared apartment, you looked over your wedding album and you, out of your mouth, Claire, said that you wanted to separate. So was it too immediate? If it was, you had a chance to stop it or slow down the process. And I saw this coming from the honeymoon, so how was it immediate? Claire is saying that Cameron was everything that she asked for. He's smart, he's athletic. I said, skirt. Not Claire now. Cameron works with a bike, but I didn't see athleticism. Okay. Just because he fixes bikes, honey, does not make him an athlete. Do you hear me? I said, girl, say what now? Not him being an athlete. Child, this right here is a fool. Cameron is definitely no Lance Armstrong. Okay, I think you're getting confused. What are you even talking about? Okay, if he was everything that you asked for, why would you say? Because then she goes, yeah, he was everything, but we just weren't compatible. Girl, get off my screen. Goodbye, good night. Moving forward. Emily and Brennan and Emily's delusions, honey, because we got to add them in there. That's just like Elijah Wan Isaac and his neck tattoo. And speaking of Elijah Wan Isaac and his neck tattoo and Katina and her wig, if y'all didn't happen to catch my 10-minute tea from the other day, things are going crazy over there with the two of them. They were formerly on Married at First Sight Boston. I think that was season 15, if I'm not mistaken, 14 or 15. I can't really remember. It's so many Married at First Sight seasons. But yeah, y'all, honey, check it out. Now it's gone to members only. So if you are a member, then you're able to see the video. But just scour the internets and then you'll see what all's going on, honey. But Elijah Wan and his neck tattoo are acting up. That's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. Y'all see how boring this is? Honey, I got to fit in other seasons just to give it a little bit of zhuzh. So anywho, Emily and Brennan and Emily's delusions, they're meeting with Dr. Pepper. So she's asking, what's going on? What's going on with y'all? He said, well, you know, we've tried everything and we just decided to reset. And Dr. Pepper said, well, define reset. He said, hi, I'm Brennan. Hi, I'm Emily. Like, you know, a reset. He said they needed to focus on friendship instead of marriage. Emily said, well, you know, I think the reset will definitely help determine if we've tried everything. So then Dr. Pepper said there are 2 types of friendships. You have the associates and the really close friends. Which one are y'all? Okay, that's what I need to know. He said, well, you know, we're just figuring it out. Emily said, well, you know, we really do want to be in each other's lives. Do you? Girl, this is not friendship at first sight. If you wanted a friend, you should have hopped on Bumble. Because, you know, they got that friendship side. If you wanted a friend, you could have just got on the internet and been friends with anybody. What are you talking about, Emily? Huh? Dr. Pepper talking about, well, we want to move you towards an intimate friendship. Friends with benefits? No, we don't want that either, Dr. Pepper. No, we do not. We want them to get away from each other. So Dr. Pepper then asked for 5 things that Brennan liked about Emily. Brennan said, she's caring. We have fun. Yeah, it's pretty much. Brennan, that's 2. We need 3 more. Okay. Can you not count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You only gave us 2. We need 3 more because 3 plus 2 is 5. Emily spits it right out. She's like, yeah, you know, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that, and he's trustworthy. Emily, where did you get trustworthy? There's nothing about Brennan that I trust. Then when I say nothing, I do mean nothing. And you know what, y'all? I see they sent Dr. P instead of Dr. Pia. Because see, she wasn't playing them games with Brennan. But see, Dr. Pepper is more along the lines of, well, let's just try to figure it out. But Dr. Pia wasn't playing with him. She wasn't backing down. Emily is sitting here saying that she has hope because of their strong emotional connection. Girl, get a grip. He looks like he's being held hostage. He's trying every which way to be turned loose. He wants to back out of this marriage. How is it that he is mad that you are mad about him not saying anything at the dinner, which makes us mad? He can't even name 5 things that he likes about you without a filler word. Emily, this is ridiculousness. So then Dr. Pepper gives them an assignment using a fishbowl where they put in questions so they can get to know each other. Dr. Pepper, you can give them this exercise all you want to, but it's time to hang it up. These 2 are donezo. Stick a fork in it. They're done. The only fishbowl is the one back at Becca and Austin's apartment. That's the only one that's going to work. So Emily and Brennan get back to the apartment. They're back at the apartment and Emily's like, so I think it went good. Brennan said, yeah, it went great. Dr. Pepper was really sweet and I liked her task. Brennan, what is wrong with you? I really want to know. What's wrong with you? Because I'm noticing that you don't like strong women. You like women that will pacify you. Because when Dr. Pia challenged you, you didn't like that. And she was giving you things to do as well. But then Dr. Pepper comes in and she gives you an exercise. She was so sweet and I liked her exercises. Anyway, in the next scene, Chloe is searching for a dress. I refuse to go backwards, honey. I don't care about their wedding. I don't care about their dress shopping. He should already have a tux. He should already have a crown. He should already have a scepter. I'm not going backwards with you, Chloe. I'm so sorry, honey, that you came a little bit late. Y'all know on this channel, we will be moving forward. Honey, I cannot do it. I went to go get a refreshing beverage. I did come back and I saw that she tried on this loofah looking pink dress, but she decided on something more traditional because she didn't want to upstage Michael. Well, baby, when you see Michael, you're going to wish you had chosen that pink dress. Austin and Becca. So they're having dinner with his parents at a restaurant that he used to work at. They're talking about his work ethic and what happened when he worked there. They're talking about Austin taking pictures of his friends. Becca asked if Austin was outgoing growing up. His mom said he was, which is rare for an only child, but he was always in childcare, so it was like he had brothers and sisters. That is not the same, mama, okay? Them kids going home to their house. As they got to know Becca, they find out that Becca has family in Connecticut, and the mom is like, we need to see your lineage. Child, let me find out y'all cousins. So they're not kissing cousins. Y'all remember when we thought Stasha and Nate were brother and sister? Y'all remember? Shout out to Stasha and Nate, honey. But anyway, also Becca tells us that her mom is a historian. His mama is really starting to warm up to Becca. But like I always say, Becca has a likable personality. So, I mean, can you really just not like Becca? I don't think so. Emily and Brennan. So they're going to the pool to work on their friendship. Like, I don't know what they're going to do, but they're going to do this exercise that Dr. Pepper gave them. They get to the hot tub, they get in. Emily pulls a question. What's the hardest thing that you've had to forgive? Emily says the resentment toward her dad pushing her too hard. Crickets. Brennan then chimes in and says his parents didn't want to work on things that bothered him, but he loves changing things and getting better. Brennan, is the change in the room with us? When have you changed? What are you saying? So then he pulled a question about what he's given up. And he said having a relationship with his sister. He knows that he needs to. He really wants to, but he's tired of trying. I need to talk to the sister. That's what I need to do. So then she pulls a question that asks when they've given up on something. Now he wanted to pass on that. She says she gave up her dream of being Britney Spears or being a news anchor or doing sports anchoring. She just wanted the mic and she wanted to be an anchor. Well, the way that you are accepting all this foolishness from Brennan, I definitely can hear you saying, hit me, baby, one more time. Because, baby, he keep hitting you every chance he get, honey. He gut punching you every damn chance he get. Baby, this right here is a fool. Moving forward. These two are like pulling teeth. He pulls a question about insight on him and him finally having to be vulnerable and open up. He wants to keep passing. She's like, why is this so hard for you? Why? He's like, well, maybe you can just spit things off the top of your head, but I'm really trying to think of things. I'm serious about this. She's like, me too. He said, well, I only want to show the good parts on camera, which I knew. I hope you know that it's backfiring. We're even more disgusted. I knew you were putting on an act. Why did you even sign up for this show? Like, why? And what worries you the most at the moment was the next question. And she said, the reset backfiring and us being enemies in the end. He said, same. But then he says, listen, I'm tapped out. I'm losing consciousness. I can't do this. She's like, you've only been in here 2 hours. Like, suck it up. So they get out. He said, do you want me to faint? The exchange between them is so juvenile. He's acting like a child and she's like, you're fine. You're going to be okay. He's like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Now, Emily, to his defense. Okay, 2 hours in that heat could be a lot. Okay, because I know when I'm around too much heat for too long, I start to feel nauseous. So if he's not hydrated, him being in that hot tub, honey, he might be ready to pass out. So then Emily completely ignores that and starts to ask another question. Now, what I did notice between the two of them is that neither one of them actually asked any follow-up questions. It's like they didn't care. They were just trying to get through the exercise. What have you given up? I've given up smoking. What do you wish you hadn't done? This show. What do you like about me? The fact that you're leaving in about 3 weeks. Like, it was nothing. And then when it was time to elaborate, they moved on to the next question. Emily, you wasn't giving nothing in this scene either, honey. And I gotta give it to you, real and raw, straight, no chaser. You weren't giving anything either. So she wants to move on to the next question. He's like, have you ever done push-ups in a sauna? Emily said, no, I haven't, by choice. Duh. Okay, so what you trying to say? So now they're kind of like arguing a little bit. He said, well, I'm exerting energy. So she just goes right on to the next question. Baby, Emily said, moving forward, moving forward, moving forward. Baby, Emily said, I don't give a damn. Emily moved right on, honey. She could care less. She said, well, what have you fought hardest for? And then she answered, she said, I fought hardest for this. He said, same. This is one for the books. When are you fighting for anything, Brennan? Fighting for your damn life and your reputation. That's about it. But fighting for this marriage? Absolutely not. Now, there was a question about sensitivity. And she said that she's sensitive to everything and everyone because she always wants to make sure that she's not hurting anyone's feelings. And I thought that was very telling. I can see that in her personality, and that's maybe part of the reason why she's holding on to Brennan. He said that he's sensitive when someone questions his character. Well, baby, you better not come across this channel, okay? Because I'm questioning it all up and through. Do you hear me? So she's like, so you don't kill over and die. Are you ready? He's like, oh, really? Oh, that's how you feel? This was a disaster. He was upset because Emily told him to suck it up. And now we're probably going to have to hear about that for weeks. She told him, suck it up, buttercup. Well, you know what, Brennan? She's sick of you dismissing her. You give her absolutely nothing. And she probably thought it was an excuse. These two got absolutely nothing from this exercise. Zero. So now they're back at the apartment because, they like to carry their fussing on back to the apartment. They get there. They're arguing back and forth and back about her not having his back. Brennan probably lets loose when these cameras go down. Do you hear me? Because I feel like he tries so hard to contain it. You can just see that he's always upset. Whenever Emily starts to speak, you can see his jaws clenching. Wrap this up by next week. And that was the end of the episode. Y'all, I may have to bow out. I'm feeling faint like Brennan was in that hot tub. I can't do it. I'm feeling faint, honey. This show needs to pay me to watch it, honey. This right here is a fool. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about the episode. If you watched it, if you didn't, I suffered through yet another week and tried to zhuzh it up just for you. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.